Windows 10 support is officially ended, and millions of users are stuck. Their PCs are working perfectly fine, but they can't upgrade to Windows 11 because of hardware requirements like TPM 2.0. If you are one of them, today I'm going to show you something that actually performs better than Windows, and it's completely free. This is Zorin OS 18, one of the best Windows replacements ever made. The moment you boot into the system, the interface immediately feels familiar. You get a standard taskbar, a Windows-style start menu, and the same keyboard shortcuts you have used for years. The entire desktop environment looks modern, clean, and premium. It includes Windows-style desktop layouts, so you can switch to a Windows 10 or a Windows 11-like interface instantly. You can easily switch between light and dark modes, or change the accent color to match your style. The overall look feels elegant, minimal, and surprisingly more refined than Windows 10 or even Windows 11. Zorin OS runs smoothly on any PC from the last 10 to 15 years, even on systems where Windows 10 has almost become slow. Zorin OS needs only a basic dual-core processor and around 2 to 4 GB RAM, and it does not require TPM at all. This makes it perfect for users who want to keep using their old laptops or desktop without buying new hardware. Zorin OS 18 uses the modern Linux kernel 6.14, which improves CPU efficiency, reduces background load, and eliminates the heavy telemetry and constant services that slows Windows down. The system boots quicker, apps load faster, and overall responsiveness is much better, especially on older PCs. Zorin OS 18 comes with built-in cloud account support, making it easy to connect services you already use. You'll see options for Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, Nextcloud, and others. To link your Microsoft account, select Microsoft 365 plus OneDrive and click Sign In. Log in with your Microsoft credentials and Zorin OS will automatically connect to your OneDrive storage. Your OneDrive folder will then appear directly inside the Files app, allowing you to browse, open, copy, and save documents just like local files. You can also add your Google Drive account the same way. Just click Google, sign in, and your Drive files will sync with the system. These integrations make it easy to manage your cloud files from one place without needing any third-party apps or browser logins. Zorin OS 18 has a built-in snapping tool that works just like Windows, but with extra layout options. Drag a window to the left or right edge to snap half screen. Drag a corner to make it a quarter tile. Drag slightly above the top edge and layout picker appears. Drop the window on a layout to auto-arrange apps instantly. Drag to the top edge to maximize. The snap-in function in Zorin OS makes multitasking feel the same as Windows. Unlike Windows, which comes with trial apps, pre-installed games, and manufacturer bloatware, Zorin OS gives you a clean desktop with only essential tools you actually need. There are no ads, no pop-ups, and no unnecessary background services slowing down your system. You get a browser, Office suite, media player, and a few useful utilities, nothing extra. Zorin OS includes a full software store where you can download and install applications just like you do on Windows or Mac OS. The store is simple, clean, and easy to navigate. It offers browsers, media players, office tools, productivity apps, developers tools, and many more apps in one place. All apps come from trusted sources, so you don't need to search the internet for installers or worry about unsafe downloads. Everything you need is available directly through the store, and installation happens with a single click. If you go to the Install tab, you'll see a list of all applications installed on your system. If you want to remove any app, just click the Uninstall button here. Zorin OS 18 can run many more Windows applications without any complicated setup. When you open a windows.exe file for the first time, Zorin automatically installs the required compatibility tools in the background. It also detects which app you are trying to install and recommends better alternatives when available. For example, when I open the vlc.exe installer, Zorin suggests installing the native Linux version of VLC directly from the software store. Similarly, when I try installing Notepad++, It recommends a Linux alternative called Notepad Next and gives me an install button to get it instantly from the store. But if you still want the original Windows version, Zorin allows that too. Just click Run anyway and it installs Notepad++ like a normal app. You can see that even though Notepad++ is a Windows application, it runs smoothly on Zorin OS. If you ever want to remove a Windows app you have installed, click the Zorin menu, then open Uninstall Wine software. This launches the built-in Wine uninstaller, where you can see a list of all installed Windows programs. Select the app you want to remove, click Modify or Remove, and it will uninstall just like it would on Windows. Zorin OS 18 includes a built-in tool called Web Apps and lets you convert any website into a separate desktop application. When you create a web app, it opens in its own window without browser tabs or distraction. The app shortcut also appears in your app menu, just like a normal installed program. This is extremely useful for services like Microsoft Office 365, Google Docs, YouTube Studio, WhatsApp Web, or any online tool you use every day. To show you, I'm gonna create an MS Excel app shortcut. First, open the Web Apps tool and click the plus button. Enter the app name, description, and website URL. Zorin OS will automatically fetch the icon, or you can select one manually if you prefer. After that, click Create. Your Microsoft Excel shortcut is now ready. It launches in a clean, separate window just like a normal desktop application. However, if you want to install the original Microsoft Windows application, Zorin OS already includes a full Office alternative called LibreOffice. It comes pre-installed and supports all common formats like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. You can open .docs, .xlsx, and .pptx files without any issues, and the interface is simple and easy to use. For most users, LibreOffice is more than enough for everyday work such as writing documents, creating spreadsheets, or making presentations. If someone still prefers using Microsoft Office, they can access the full Office 365 web version through the browser or by creating a dedicated web app shortcut. Gaming on Zorin OS is surprisingly strong because it supports thousands of Windows games through Steam's Proton technology. Steam can be installed directly from the software store, and most games run without any manual configuration. Many titles launch with a single click and performs just as well as they do on Windows. Graphic drivers for Intel, AMD, and Nvidia are already included, so the system gives smooth performance right from the start. Only a few multiplayer games with strict anti-cheat may have issues, but overall gaming support is excellent. In this video, I installed Dishonored from Steam and it runs smoothly on Zorin OS without any tweaks. Here's the gameplay.
So many people. God, what was that? What the fuck?
Attention, the solitary king is off limits to maintenance unless accompanied by an officer of the law. Escort through the solitary king must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
If you want to explore more games, you can also use Lutris, which is an all-in-one gaming platform that helps run games from different launchers like GOG, Epic Game Store, EA App, Ubisoft Connect, and Steam. Lutris automatically manages the compatibility layers for you, and it can also install Windows games directly from .exe files using Wine or Proton. So yes, multiple game clients are supported, and with the help of Steam, Proton, Wine, and Lutris, Zorin OS 18 can run a large number of Windows games with ease. Zorin OS 18 comes with a built-in feature called Zorin Connect, which lets your Android phone and your computer work together seamlessly. Once you install the companion app on your phone and pair it with your PC, you can send files between the two devices. You'll receive phone notifications directly on your desktop. Clipboard sharing also works, so you can copy something on your phone and paste it on your computer or the other way around. You can also control multimedia playback, use your phone as a wireless mouse and trackpad, and give commands remotely from your phone. Everything works wirelessly and instantly with no cables or extra setup. It feels familiar to Microsoft's Phone Link, but smoother and more reliable on Linux. Zorin OS 18 is built on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS, which stands for long-term support. You can verify this by running this command in the terminal. It clearly shows that Zorin OS is based on Ubuntu with the codename Noble, which refers to Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. This means it will continue to receive official security updates and maintenance patches until April 2029. You don't have to upgrade every year or deal with sudden version changes. The system remains stable, consistent, and reliable for a long time, making it ideal for both personal and professional use. Only normal updates arrive, and they never interrupt your work with forced restarts like Windows. This long-term support makes Zorin OS a great choice for users who just want a system that works smoothly for years without requiring constant upgrades. Zorin OS has a large and active community, and because it's built on Ubuntu, you also get access to one of the biggest Linux communities in the world. If you ever face any issues, need help installing software, or want to customize something, there are countless guides, tutorials, and forum discussions already available online. Most Ubuntu solutions also work on Zorin OS, which makes troubleshooting very easy for beginners. You are never stuck alone. There's always help available through the Zorin forums, Linux communities, and online support channels. Alright, now that you have seen what Zorin OS 18 can do and how powerful it really is, let's move on to the installation part. I'll show you the complete step-by-step process, from downloading the ISO file to creating a bootable USB and finally installing Zorin OS on your computer. Whether you are setting it up as a single boot system or alongside Windows in dual boot, the process is very simple. So, let's get started with the installation. First, open your browser and search for Zorin OS. Go to the official website. Zorin OS 18 is fully free to download and use. Unlike Windows, which requires a paid license, the core edition of Zorin OS costs nothing and includes all the essential features most users need. There is a Pro edition available with extra layouts and a few additional tools, but the free version is more than enough for home, office, and everyday use. You can install it, update it, and use it for years without paying anything. Click on it, choose Skip to Downloads, and the ISO file will start downloading. After downloading the Zorin OS 18 ISO file, the next step is to create a bootable USB drive. For this, the easiest tool to use is Balena Etcher. Open your browser and search for Balena Etcher. Download it for your operating system. Launch the tool and you will see three simple options on the screen. Click Flash from File and select the Zorin OS ISO you downloaded. Next, click Select Target and choose a USB drive. Finally, click Flash. Balena Etcher will now prepare your bootable USB. The process usually takes a few minutes depending on your USB drive speed. Once it's done, your USB is ready for installation. Now that the bootable USB is ready, Restart your computer and first go into your BIOS settings. Find the secure boot option and turn it off. Many systems won't allow Linux to boot if secure boot is enabled, so make sure it's disabled before continuing. After saving the changes, restart again and immediately open the boot menu using your system's boot key. From the list, select your USB drive and press enter. Zorin OS will now start loading from the USB. You will see two options on the screen. Try Zorin OS and install Zorin OS. Always choose Try Zorin OS first. This lets you use the operating system directly from the USB without installing anything on your computer. It's a safe way to check everything works properly, such as your graphics, Wi-Fi, audio, Bluetooth, and other hardware. If everything looks good, you can continue with the installation. The installer appears with a language selection screen. Keep it in English and click Continue. A prompt appears asking whether to connect to the internet. You can skip this step for now because not everyone has Wi-Fi access. Next, the option to install third-party drivers and codecs also appears. Keep everything as it is and continue. Next is the installation type screen. For users who want to keep Windows and use both systems, there is an option called Install Zorin OS alongside Windows, which creates a dual boot setup and keeps all Windows files untouched. Choosing this option allows switching between Windows and Zorin OS every time the computer starts. For users who want a single boot setup, select Erase Disk and install Zorin OS. This removes the existing operating system from the selected drive and installs Zorin OS as the only OS. Now, click Install Now and confirm. Choose your country or region from the map so the system can set the correct time zone and then continue. The next screen asks for the user details. Enter your name, create a computer name, choose a username and set a password. After filling everything in, continue. Zorin OS now begins the installation. The process takes a few minutes. Wait until the installation reaches 100%. Once it finishes, a prompt appears asking to restart the computer. Remove the USB drive and press enter. The system will reboot into Zorin OS 18. After the reboot, the Zorin OS login screen appears. Enter the password created during installation. Once the desktop loads, a welcome window opens automatically. After completing the installation, the first step is to connect your Wi-Fi and update the system. To update, open the Software Updater from the Zorin menu. The updater automatically checks for the available updates. When the list appears, click Install Now. The system is now fully up to date and ready for use. And that's how you install and set up Zorin OS 18. It's fast, clean, and completely free, and a perfect upgrade for anyone still stuck on Windows 10.